For more, I'm joined by attorney and state chair for the Delaware Republican Party, Julianne Murray. Also joining us, author of Controligarchs. Did I say that correct? Controligarchs, that's a cool word. All right. Exposing the billionaire class, their secret deals, and the plot to dominate your life. And director of research of the Government Accountability Institute, Seamus Bruner. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Cool title there, Seamus. Okay, I was like, maybe there's a typo or something. Julianne, let's start off with you. I mean, the big story continues to be Joe Biden. Does he stay? Does he go? We're up to 11 Democrats. We're hearing stories. We're hearing reports that Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, they may be the ones, right, that are going to kind of force Joe to go. What do you think could be happening next? And are these next couple of days really crucial, not just for the Biden campaign, but for the entire country?
Absolutely. They're critical. And I mean, we're all hearing the same thing. And in terms of this Hunter Biden being in on meetings, I mean, the thing that we know about the Bidens is that they close ranks, and they have a circle of trust within that family. And after the debacle of a debate, Camp David family meeting, and they come out of that meeting and say Joe is staying in. And to make sure that he weathers that, now Hunter Biden and Jill are, even tighter, babysitting him and controlling the conversation. Totally inappropriate, but then the Bidens have never been concerned about what's appropriate. And I think that people who are watching this actually cuts against Joe Biden because it just doesn't smell right and doesn't feel right. That's not him in control. It's his family in control, and we didn't vote for that.
We certainly did not vote for Hunter Biden or Dr. Jill. Seamus, this won't surprise you, but of course there are reports that people in the White House, they are not happy with everything going on. Staff members are letting their voices be heard about it, of course, anonymously, because, they don't like it that Hunter Biden is attending official White House meetings. What the hell is happening? He doesn't have security clearance. He's a convicted felon. What do you think about all of these reports? And then everyone's talking about Kamala Harris, but she can't even keep a staff intact. And then there's, of course, the rumors that Joe Biden is having all these angry outbursts. It seems like the White House is a mess, like our country.
Yeah, Lydia, you're absolutely right. No one has more to lose than Hunter Biden if Joe Biden is pushed out. And so he is there to make sure that his interests and the Biden family interests are protected while Joe is basically, unresponsive at times. So he can kind of intervene and interfere or explain things slowly, whisper in Joe's ear. This is totally inappropriate. It's kind of shocking and scary that Hunter Biden, who we know has terrible judgment, has such a close role and is in these meetings.
It really is. And the New York Times saying he's the one who has Joe's ear the most. It's incredible. Now, and of course, we know Joe said he's the smartest guy he knows. So obviously that's why he's listening to him. And Julie and the American people, they think Hunter should go somewhere, too, but it's not the White House. A new survey shows that 57% of people who voted for Biden in 2020 think Hunter belongs in prison. What do you think about that?
It's incredible, and it's very telling. I mean, those are Biden voters. 57% of Biden voters think that Hunter Biden should go to jail. So, I mean, when you are over a majority of Biden voters, and then we already know how the non-Biden voters feel. I mean, I think that, as much as the Democrats like to say this is not an important crime and that there shouldn't be jail time, the average citizen would go to jail for this crime. Period. He should be going to jail. If he doesn't, it's going to be a deviation. And I think it's interesting that even Biden voters are saying, you know what? Accountability. He committed the crime, with the phrase, don't commit the crime if you can't do the time. He should have to do the time.
Seamus, you have a lot of good sources. What are you hearing about what could happen next in the couple of days?
Yeah, so, the pitch to Joe Biden goes like this. You can go down in history as the greatest president ever, or we'll unleash the media on you as they've already started to. Politico's got a story on selling access. And once the truth that we've known, that Newsmax has been reporting, that all of us have been talking about for, 5 years now, actually, on Joe Biden and the pay-to-play and the Ukraine and China and Burisma. Otherwise, Joe, if you don't step aside, then we'll unleash that, and you will go down in history as the president who sold his country out to their greatest adversary, China. Maybe the impeachment proceedings proceed even after he's in office. And so I think at the end of the day, Joe Biden will take legacy over his family, his ability to protect them. He will, of course, sign pardons for every family member who faces legal jeopardy. At the federal level. I mean, he said he hasn't, but so much of what Joe Biden says is just so untrue. So, of course, he's going to pardon Hunter on the federal crimes. And then if he goes quietly, they'll clean it up and let him, ride off into the sunset.
All right, we're going to leave it right there these next couple of days. I thought this is a holiday weekend, right? It's supposed to be calm and relaxing. And here we're talking about all these bombshell reports coming out that Joe could be stepping aside and dropping out of the race in the next couple of days. Seamus and Julianne, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lydia.